I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what I wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack, you just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your crown, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all sounded like a dream. Remember how you kept on laughing, now you're trapped in your own skin. The anxiety growing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live right here for the Smackdown Security Detail right now, as we are looking at the events that took place last week. Excuse me, I lost my train of thought. Just give me a second here. We're talking about right now how Cody and Solo are now going to be challenging each other at SummerSlam for the Undisputed Universal Championship. But we're looking at last week when the Bloodline surrounded Cody and Cody attempted to fight back. However, Randy Orton then came out to make the save. But the numbers game still caught up to Randy. As all four men of the current version of the Bloodline continued their assault on both Orton and Cody Rhodes, we got to wonder what will be their response. What will be Cody's and Orton's response, if any, from them tonight? We know Cody's going to be in the house. Don't know about Orton. Don't know if Orton's there or not yet. But SmackDown coming to us live from Omaha, Nebraska. Oh, and look at that. Looks like we're getting our answer from Cody right off the bat. It was made official over the week that Solo will be challenging Cody for the Undisputed Universal Championship. Or the Undisputed WWE Champion. My bad. I guess I took Universal out. But Cody coming out not in a suit this time. It looks he's coming out dressed up in like street gear, almost like he's ready to brawl. Oh, Cody fist bumping somebody in the crowd. Oh, that is Terrence Crawford. He is a boxer, I believe. I guess he is a boxer because he's got a fight in Riyadh coming up. Or something. I don't know. Boxing match coming up he's got, so that's why he's there. But right now, Cody is about to take the mic. Interesting. We got A-Town Down making their way to the ring. Former tag team champions, of course. Of course, the boxer guy is going to get involved right now. All right, guys. So we just had our first promo between Cody Rhodes and Haytown Down. Coming up next, though, we've got Melo taking on Andrade. That's going to be a great match right there, too. Now, the reason you saw me eating during that opening promo is because I actually came in the door just a bit late and had to eat my dinner while getting everything ready for the show. Pop I'm drinking tonight is actually it's pineapple Fanta. It's actually pretty tasty. Not gonna lie. Drinking it a little bit warm though, because literally I'm just coming in from the grocery store and didn't have time to put it in the fridge. Oh, I just got distracted by a commercial for Frosted Flakes. Okay. So I'm still trying to get everything situated. Like I said, it just got in the door here, essentially. Not exactly sure what type of commercial I'm looking at right now. Oh, it's some kind of tech commercial. Oh, some from Amazon. All right. commercial for Sportsnet, and a look at Mark Henry here. Who's going to be appearing on Legends biography this Sunday. I plan to check that one out. Should be an interesting one. If you ever get a chance, guys, go out there and look up Undertaker's podcast. The one he does with Mark Henry is just awesome. We got Cody Rhodes right now talking to Nick Aldis here. So Cody has to find himself a mystery partner so that he can take on A-Town Down Under, and he's got till the end of the night to find himself a partner. Right now, as we got Carmelo Hayes making his way to the ring for what's going to be an entertaining match against Andrade. Looking forward to this one. Oh, we got Leeds coming in saying, "Hey, Mr. Best, how's it going, Leeds? Glad to have you here." He also says, "Sorry, he has Cody on the phone." Cody trying to get you to be his mystery partner for tonight. Andrade coming out without that mask he used to wear. Has he been doing that long, or am I just missing something? Leeds is coming in saying that he's got to be on a fast plane. You may want to consider getting one of um, those teleporters that Star Trek has. Showcasing some of the stuff Andrade did over the weekend as they did a tour in Mexico. Sorry, just watching this and just totally distracted by the athleticism that both these men are showcasing to me right now. Just back and forth. Nobody has really taken the distinct advantage in this match yet. I was a little bit confused, leads about why A-Town Down were coming out. It just, I don't know. To me, it just didn't make sense given what the overall storyline is right now with Cody. But I guess we'll have to see how it plays out later on tonight. We got ourselves a run-in from one Chris Parrish. How's it going, brother?
Not too bad. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Feeling like I'm running late because no word of a lie, I came home at 7:45 to get everything sorted for the show tonight.
Nice. Oh.
So did you catch everything that's happened on SmackDown so far, or what?
Just got home.
Okay, so there's going to be a tag team match later tonight with A-Town Down Under taking on Cody Rhodes and a mystery partner.
Hi, Leeds. Which will probably be Randy Orton.
Yeah. Well, Cody already stated Randy's not at the building, so that...
Not right now.
Yeah.
Or could we see a returning Jimmy Uso?
Well, Cody did say he wants to make a statement with A-Town Down Under to the Judgment, or to the Bloodline.
Who knows? But
it's been a good, entertaining 25 minutes of the show right now. We got Mello and Andrade in the ring right now.
I got commercial right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so do I, but that's who's wrestling in the ring right now. I'll just continue enjoying my pineapple soda here.
Oh.
I wanted something different than Coke, so.
Well, that's definitely different. Two things a lot of people say you shouldn't put on pizza: pineapple and Coca-Cola.
Yep. It makes me embarrassed just knowing that pineapple on pizza was invented here in Canada.
Whatever. Hey, pineapple makes things taste sweeter, so
That's
anyway,
true.
We are back from commercial.
This has been a hell of a match so far between these two, and I kind of expected that with these two gentlemen.
I still don't get that move where you're doing the same bump as your opponent.
Yeah. See, that's why I never understood the Spanish Fly, because they're both basically doing the same thing.
No, one person's on their front, one's on their back. They're taking different bumps.
Yeah. But still, both men end up hurting in that scenario.
It's why I never got the falling neck breaker, because you're doing the same thing.
Right.
That's why the parachute's different. You were smarter.
This Monday's Raw hails from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Sounds cheesy.
It is cheesy. Oh, my rapping, right?
God, dude, you got to get that under control. It picks up everything. As one figure would say, best, enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Well, it's time to flush the nugget.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not eating a nugget.
I'm eating it, Mr. Big.
So this match we're watching right now.
It's been a hell of a match between these two, actually.
And I mean, it's also a match featuring two former NXT champions.
That's true, too. I forgot Andrade was NXT champion for a time.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's the question. Who did he beat for it?
Was it Aleister Black?
No, it was Drew McIntyre.
Oh, it was Drew, too. Oh, yeah, because I remember that match. I remember going into that match and thinking, there's no way Andrade's walking out with the title against Drew.
It's also in the match Drew got hurt in.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask, wasn't Andrade the first two-time NXT champion? But I'm pretty sure that was Nakamura now.
Yeah, Nakamura and then Joe.
Yeah, because they traded the belt back and forth during that 1 month there.
Yeah, Andrade, I don't think was a two-time NXT champion.
Mm-mm.
Actually, Finn Balor was also a two-time NXT champion.
That he was.
And so is Tommaso Ciampa, I believe.
Yes, he was.
And so is Braun Breaker.
Mm. It was a nice attempt at trying to reverse whatever Andrade was trying to do from Carmelo there.
Ooh. I love the new finish by Andrade.
Me too, but I'm actually kind of surprised that Andrade took the win in this one. I kind of thought Melo was going to win.
I'm not, simply because I know that Triple H has always been an Andrade guy. So I would not be surprised if Andrade is set for a push here.
Well, I guess you got to think that there's really not a lot of contenders for the U.S. title, so you got to kind of build that up, right?
Exactly. So if you start having these like feuds, like I don't think that these two are done with each other, but I do think it makes a lot of sense for Andrade to do something of stature come out of SummerSlam, because he very well could be in line for something after SummerSlam. Because I think that's something you got to look at. Because we all know the trajectory for SummerSlam, but what's going to be next? It's always, the show always moves on, right?
Yep. Because right now we're looking at last week with Tiffany Stratton. Well, she was going to cash in, but Nia put a stop to that.
What then? And we'll never know if she was going to cash in or not. It just appeared that way.
Mm. It looks like we're preparing for a face-to-face interview. Or via satellite interview, I should say. Ay, ay, ay. Leeds coming in, still losing like a champ, he says about Melo.
He called us bastards as well.
He did. I'm not exactly sure why, because I'm not sure what we were doing at that point.
I've learned to stop asking why and just be like,
Yep, I agree.
I did not kill Kenny, though, so explain yourself.
I might have. I don't know.
About pineapple on pizzas. I never said it was bad. I'm just going to say that. I just also never said it was good. So
yeah. So yeah, for me with pineapple on pizzas, it really depends on who I'm with.
I also don't want depends on my pizza.
Yeah, me too.
Not even if it's a baby slice.
Oh yeah, when he said he's calling us bastards for me mentioning that it was invented in Canada.
No, you said it was invented in Canada. I did not say that.
Yeah. It's actually true though. It was invented here in Canada.
So Leeds, I think you owe me an apology for calling me a bastard. Now I would gladly accept that if it was warranted. This is the one time I feel I am not warranted on this.
Now we also gave the world one of the best treats in poutine as well. So
we also absolutely. Well, thank you, Leeds. I accept. We're a very giving country. When we gave the world Ryan Reynolds, therefore Deadpool, as we saw on our TV as that movie's coming out. We gave the United States basketball, which they've made in the most corrupt sport of all time, outside of baseball. We hand every country a participation ribbon when it comes to Olympic hockey, so you're welcome.
we also gave the world worldwide communication in the form of telephones.
Yeah, I still question people knowing how to use those, though.
Yeah.
No, people have phones, but they don't use them for communicating. They just use them for bashing people online and on social media.
Yeah. So we got Wade Barrett and Corey Graves doing the commentary. Any word on when that ESPN guy is supposed to be coming in to join them?
Like Howard?
Yeah.
Well, he has been added to the website.
Huh.
I don't know yet. And they're not doing commentary. They're asking the questions.
Yeah. So the 2017 SummerSlam match, was that around the time Bayley turned heel?
I think it was right before. I'm not.
I'm just trying to understand what Bayley was trying to say here, because like when she said you changed the trajectory of my career, kind of made it sound like it was a bad thing for her, when really it was actually a freaking excellent thing for her.
Perhaps. We don't know. Because we don't know what it could have been.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to say.
Bianca and Jade making their way to the ring right now.
Did that backstage segment have an earlier today kind of a deal?
Sort of.
I just don't know if it had like that, because it just seemed very weird that it happened. Everyone's wearing different things, and all of a sudden there's a match now.
I didn't see if there was like an earlier today like graphic that popped up, but I have to assume that there was.
Pete Leeds, yeah, that was not exactly the easiest sit-down interview to watch.
Yeah. Out of those types of sit-down interviews, do you have a favorite or a memorable one that?
I think there's two, and I think if you want to go to recent ones, you can go to Seth Rollins and Riddle. But I think another one was Shawn Michaels and Triple H, where Shawn Michaels found out that the attack was Triple H himself.
Yeah.
I think ones that actually feel real and feel like a ooh, and like you get that reaction. I think that those are the ones you remember.
Like the Joe.
I did not get that out of this one.
No, I didn't either. But for instance, the Joe and Brock Lesnar one, I felt the realism in that one when Joe started throwing all his gear and started just stalking Brock Lesnar, I guess you could say.
Yeah, I just wish that whole feud went longer.
Yeah, me too.
So much they could have done with that. Kind of just thinking of like people that could be with Cody.
Mm-hmm. There is one name we haven't mentioned that could be very well show up tonight, and that's Kevin Owens as well.
Could. No, I was wondering if it's somebody like in the tag division as well, though.
Perhaps one of the members of DIY.
Yeah, I think that's like a possibility as well. But yeah, if he wants to do something with the bloodline and show them, then I'm very curious on what that could be because
Mm-hmm.
you'd have to think whoever it is could be by his side.
Come SummerSlam too.
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking Jimmy Uso might make a lot more sense than these ones, but at the same time, I'm also trying to think of somebody that could be worth the kind of the wait, I guess.
Thinking outside the box here, but what if it was somebody from TNA? And I know right now they're not.
It's not Joe Hendry. Shut up. I know
Listen.
exactly where you're going.
No, you don't, because I wasn't going to say Joe Hendry.
Yeah, you were.
I know that. I know that Hendry's in Florida right now,
Oh, you should be in
or
Montreal.
wherever. Wherever anniversary is. Forgot it's in Montreal tomorrow.
Now, it very well could be the newest official signing in WWE in Hikuleo. I'm not going to lie, there's part of me that really hopes. Never mind. That was a lot shorter of a match than I thought.
Yeah, I kind of wanted that match to go longer.
It looked like Chelsea could have been like, she might have had an arm or something outside of the ropes. And if she didn't, why not put one there?
I kind of like that we're getting a tag team feud between these two, and it's not even for the tag team titles.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Well, just wait.
Yeah, I know. I just saw that Alba Fire and Isla Dawn on the screen at the tag.
Am I actually ahead of you?
By a handful, by like a small amount of seconds.
Slow poke. That's hilarious.
By like 4 seconds, really.
Hey, you can do a lot in 4 seconds. Now, I believe we are going to get something of stature between Bianca and Jade at SummerSlam.
Well, I mean, you kind of have to. I mean, with
You don't have to.
No, you don't necessarily have to, but with Jade's star power, it'd be smart to put her on a big card like that, you know?
No, I mean, there might be something between them. Like, one might turn on the other. I'm saying, like, we might see something big with them. Either they win the titles back or we see something between them come out.
Of course. Checking the Blue Jays score, and of course they're losing.
I mean, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. They're playing the Tigers, though, of all teams, tonight. The Tigers aren't exactly the best team either, so.
I mean, the Phillies are winning, if that matters.
That actually does, because they're actually a pretty good team this year, so.
But yeah, also needless to say that when that September 6th Edmonton Smackdown comes, I just want to let you know there won't be a run-in that episode.
Nope, because you will be live and in charge of that show.
Well, not in. Hopefully, I mean, if I was in charge, that'd be awesome. But I won't be in charge.
But will we see a run-in parish at the show?
No, rapper, bro, rapper.
No, it's this.
I don't care.
A receipt.
Yeah, but when you crinkle, it's loud. He's getting the skyline of Cleveland. I think that's Cleveland.
Yeah, that's Cleveland, because they're showing
Yeah, there we
everything
go.
to expect on the SummerSlam weekend.
Well, because I know they like to send the skylight of the city they're in, and I honestly don't know what city they were in.
Oh, they're in Omaha tonight.
Oh, yes, that's definitely Cleveland, because Omaha does not have a big-ass football field. I mean, they do have a big football field, but...
For Nebraska's college team.
Yeah, that's what I'm implying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Cody Rhodes and Vacant are going to take on Aton Down Under.
No, it's who? Jim Neidhart's old gimmick.
That's a deep grab there.
Damn right it is.
Oh, Nick Aldis is in the ring, and he's got a contract in hand. I got to assume that that's LA Knight's contract from last week.
Now that's how you sell a match.
Yeah, that was miles better than what Bailey and Nia did earlier tonight.
But a lot of it is they made it feel real.
Yep.
And that's kind of a narrative.
And LA Knight took the words right out of my mouth when Logan Paul made that rock comment again. I'm like, oh, this old chestnut again. And he literally basically said the same thing.
But yeah, and like there's a lot there that you can unpackage. Like they kind of take you back to what brings you here, but they also kind of steer the ship to where they want to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then they get you ready for what is about to come. And I think
Yeah.
that in a nutshell is exactly why that segment works.
Even Nick Aldis just like standing there and not really doing anything. It worked.
I mean, what I like too is he and Adam Pearce have a little different approaches with what they do. Now,
Mm-hmm.
they both want things to be settled in the ring because they're both old school traditional pro wrestlers.
Right.
However, they're aware of the business side of things as well. Now, the one thing that Nick Aldis does is he ensures it happens in the ring, whereas Pierce kind of has more chaos to deal with. But when Nick Aldis does it, it's a value. And then he's like, well, we're in the ring. So what happens in the ring stays in this ring. But it happens in the ring. So you kind of have to, in a way, respect both ways, but also, ode to Nick Aldis for just putting his foot down on stuff like that.
Right. I always notice too that between Aldis and Pierce, Aldis takes a bit of a calmer approach to getting matches booked. Yeah, he does have a bit of chaos, but I always felt that there's a little bit more heat when Adam Pearce announces matches just out of nowhere,
I think the one thing about Nick Aldis is I think what we see out of him, he's aware of how it can become a problem, and he rectifies that quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And I think with Pierce, not saying he doesn't know how to do that, but it just seems like it's almost you let it build a little too long. And then when the heat gets a little too hot, that's when he gets involved. And at that point, there's no coming back. Tiffany Stratton gets a new Titantron. No more Barbie.
I was going to say, who's that behind her? But it's Nia Jax.
Yeah.
I kind of expected Tiffy to have a custom Money in the Bank by this point.
It's only a couple of weeks. I'm sure we'll get one.
As it's going to be Meechin taking on Tiffany Stratton.
Well, we've seen Meechin kind of get involved.
Yeah, she's got this kind of alliance with Bailey going on right now. So,
So I think this is pretty much a good little foreshadow to expect Bailey to come out and try to solve the Nia Jax issue.
Yeah.
And then we could get maybe a surprise Meechin win here. I mean, a lot of people say it's like, well, is this typical WWE? Somebody wins the Money in the Bank and they lose. I think it allows them to be more acceptable to a loss because they have that briefcase, so it doesn't matter. And at this point, now a win for Michin does a lot more for Michin than a loss does to Tiffany Stratton. So I think this is just a way to gain a positive step in a situation which, if Tiffany wins, cool. She, I don't think, gets anywhere better in a win. But then what do you do with Michin? Because now she's, just getting farther and farther from the picture.
Right.
So that's why I think it's, we might see Bayley help Michin pick up the win today.
It would be it'd be nice to see Michin pick up a win.
That might be the lowest phone bill I've had in a while.
I can't get my phone bill any lower than I already have it. Well, I probably can, but I just don't feel like looking.
I love how like Chris Van Vliet, he'll have like a guest wrestler and he'll have like the order of the titles they won.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, if you're going to use the current Universal WWE title, understand that it's only 2 people. That's a clear giveaway, man.
Yep.
And if you have a previous world championship in front of that, we all know it ain't.
That just came out of nowhere. Anyways,
That's what you said.
Speaking of Van Vliet, I need to listen to that new interview he has with Jinder Mahal up.
Mm-hmm. You mean Des Rossi?
Yes. Because I found it kind of interesting that he did that, and right after the interview he had put out that he did with Jinder prior to his release. So it's going to be interesting to see.
Well, no, because he recorded one prior to the release, and it came out just days after the release. So, and the story was that he had reached out to him, seeing if he was still okay with it coming out. Did that, and then wanted to do another one because obviously a lot has changed.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting hearing Jinder's side of things,
Okay, so I have a theory. We're probably going to get away DIY Austin Theory, Grayson Waller, right?
Right.
Now, what if next week, LA Knight versus Santos, we see people help Santos? We then see like Humberto and his cousin, right?
Yeah.
and Angel Garza. What happens if DIY come and help LA Knight, and that's how Legado gets into the tag team title picture.
I kind of like that because it's a fresh take on tag team contenders. We're not seeing the same guys going after the belts, you know?
Exactly. So you want to create that space because I think it's pretty well certain we're going to see Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Something's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Could be tonight. The Meechin looking great in her black and gold gear. Those colors never look bad on people. Just saying.
Yeah, not gonna lie, she actually does look good in that color.
Color's so good. I have yet to don gear wearing them. But at the time when I was getting new gear, everybody was doing it, so I didn't want to be like everyone else.
So Bailey didn't accompany Meechin to the ring, but there's still a possibility that we'll see her come to the ring.
Yeah, and that's what I never said she was going to accompany. I just said I think we're going to see Bailey figure out the Nia Jax problem.
Yeah. As we head to commercial break, I'd like to take this moment to showcase some of the things we've got going on right here at Turnbuckle Studios. Yeah, that's all the fine programming we have under the Turnbuckle Studios brand.
You were not ready for that finished.
I actually wasn't. Not gonna lie. No, I went off into a little bit of a daydream after realizing the intros I made last night. I got to upload up on here.
Blizzards.
I almost went to DQ today.
I technically have one in the fridge. It's a little frozen, or in the freezer. I mean,
It's just a little frozen. It's still good. It's still good.
well, it's ice cream. Frozen ice cream is not going to go bad. Very intrigued in what Tiffany's feuds are going to be between the time of now and when she does cash it in.
Yeah, because I got to assume that the feuds that she builds between now and the time she cashes in are going to be the women who are going to be her contenders if she wins the title.
Perhaps. And that's, again, if she cashes in on Bailey. She doesn't have to.
True, because she, again, when she won Money in the Bank, she said she could go to Raw, she could go to NXT, or she could cash in on Bailey or Nia, whomever walks away from SummerSlam as the champ. She could also cash in during that match and make it a triple threat.
She could also cash in on the women's tag team titles.
That would be an interesting cash in.
Probably not probable, but it's not impossible.
Yeah, it's not out of the realm.
That was a beautiful tornado DDT.
It really was. I'm actually glad that they're utilizing Michin more and more.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's something I kind of like too. There's a in the bottom left-hand corner. If you've missed SmackDown, it'll give you the results of the matches you've missed.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like that. I was looking for Bailey during that whole interaction with Nia there.
Well,
Oh, there she is.
this is probably how we're going to get to the custom one.
I have to assume so because Bailey's just beating the piss out of that contract.
Mm-hmm. I love how she's just beating up on. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Now, to me though,
little prolonged, but
did that to me the way that finish happened made Nia kind of look like an idiot.
I mean, not really. I mean, she charged. Bailey just moved and then hit her with a briefcase.
She kind of came out to me looking like a Looney Tunes character, really.
Well, I mean, to be fair, when you run at somebody and you give them that much time to make a quick decision.
Yeah. Oh, right now we got the bloodline on our screen. gotta say, man, I love how Solo's just coming into his own with his promos right now.
Well, I think that's a lot. There was a lot of people who weren't sure if they ever wanted Solo to speak, and now that they kind of see the talking part of Solo, you see how much it really adds to his stock, and then you really see what he's capable of, and I think that's something. I think it also just shows his range and what he's able to do. Because yes, when he was in NXT, he was still figuring things out. You can tell
Agreed.
that.
Oh yeah,
He was still trying to find out who he was, and then he was able to slow play that a little bit on the main roster, and then he finally got used to, something. He was a part of something that allowed him to figure things out, and then now that he's now able to kind of put it all together and put his spin on it, and that's what we're seeing right now with his current platform of the modern day tribal chief.
you know who else mirrors that trajectory though? Roman Reigns.
There's a lot of people that really did that, but I mean,
Roman though mirrors that trajectory for sure, because again, through NXT, wasn't doing much, wasn't cutting promos, came up, was a part of the Shield, and then he started to find his own way through that.
to be fair, was he really a part of NXT? Like, he was there for a couple things. Like, we saw Solo become a champion. Like, he was there for a while.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
Roman just was never really in NXT for much because the Shield just boom 2012.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But a lot of people also seem to forget that Roman spent a few years in FCW before NXT as well.
Yeah, and I don't think a lot of people saw like a lot of that footage though. But I did hear that he did a lot of good things though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like NXT, like kind of what started in what, like 2010, 2011?
If you want to count the game show half, then 2010. Yeah.
I mean, not really. I mean, we got stuff out of it. That's. I mean, can't say we didn't.
I mean, that awesome takeover angle that ultimately went nowhere.
But I mean, when NXT became its own brand was 2012.
Yeah.
So I mean, less than a. Yeah, because Seth Rollins was still NXT champion when the Shield was a thing. So. We get the progressive match flow of the week, and we go all the way back to last week where A-Town Down Under failed to regain their WWE Tag Team Championships when they lost against DIY.
What a match this was.
Mm-hmm.
that's right too. I totally forgot that Jacob Fatu actually had a hand in ending that match. As next week we are getting a tag team championship number 1 contenders gauntlet match. Next Friday, LA Knight versus Santos Escobar as well. This is going to be it's going to be an entertaining show. Oh, and Bailey and Meechin taking on Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton.
Now, as you see Kevin Owens making his way out, the one thing I want to ask, tomorrow night's Slammiversary is in Montreal, Kevin Owens' hometown. Could we see Kevin Owens at Slammiversary?
I would be totally excited for that. I kind of want to watch the show tomorrow night.
As Jordan Grace did say, the surprises tomorrow are bigger than you'd expect. Now, this kind of paints a picture that no matter what happens in this match, where you'd have to think, okay, Cody Rhodes gets the pinfall victory over whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it doesn't even have to be. It could be Kevin Owens. But I think it's safe to say that team's going to win. The Bloodline could take out Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes, and this could lead to an aftermath between Austin Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
I think he could. I think we could see the bloodline very well make their presence felt again and try to take everyone down. But this time, maybe we get DIY coming out to help them out. Randy Orton, he still could be at the building. Um, we still could see Jimmy Uso come back.
And there's no if Hikuleo is part of WWE now, officially now, we do know that the Talatonga name, or the Talaloa, is it Talaloa? Talaloa, I believe is the name, right? That was trademarked. So. But that is definitely meant for him. It'll be interesting to see if he's a part of the Solo Sikoa faction or if he's going up against it. Because I think now we got to start looking at potential people going up against it that are a part of that family. Because the assumption from a lot of people is that Roman Reigns is going to come back to go up against this version of the bloodline, which I'd be hesitant to think that's going to be the direct reason he comes back. Because I'm not saying it won't be. I'm just saying I'm hesitant because the bloodline's always a slow play, a slow cook story.
Yeah. I do know. I'm leaning towards War Games now being a Bloodline versus Bloodline match now.
Yeah, it's Civil War games.
Yeah. Because I see where you're coming from as far as like seeing who's going to fight Solo. It is going to be a slow build to or Solo in his version of Bloodline. I could see that being a slow build to revealing who Roman's partners will be or when Roman's partners will show up.
Yeah, because there's a lot of theories that, Jay and Jimmy. Do we see Sammy go back into that?
As you mentioned, Hikuleo could very well be joining that side.
Yeah, we don't know which side. And is it going to be 4-on-4 or 5-on-5? Like that has a lot to unravel here.
Yeah. I do know that Paul Heyman is going to be on the side of Roman. I'm not getting. I can't see any way around that.
We'll say Grayson Waller is starting to get more of a thick build to him.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like that because, like, kind of used to think he looked like a.
He was always like a skinny big.
Yeah, he again, he always gave me like boxer vibes, and he still kind of does.
Yeah.
Now, do you see this match as being a test for both Austin Theory and Grayson Waller to see if they can hang with the main eventers?
No, because Austin Theory has had more than enough opportunities in that category, right? Like he has faced a lot of the top guys.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, when a guy like Brock Lesnar goes out and says he enjoys working with somebody like that, I think that's a testament to what he's capable of. I think something like when Grayson Waller faced Edge, that was one.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's faith in both guys already. I think it's now okay. Well, in order for them to be perceived as top guys, we got to put them in positions like a top guy, like a main
Mm-hmm.
event spot, right? Because this is now what 3 main events we've seen A-Town Down Under now in just a few weeks now.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I kind of like Grayson Waller going over there and fixing the prime bottle. Yeah, because I completely forgot that Grayson Waller also has had matches with main event dudes too. So
Remember, he was a Money in the Bank winner.
oh, Austin Theory, I was talking about Grayson Waller just now. Yeah,
But even Grayson Waller has faced guys like we said, Edge before, and like when you're put in positions and then this is kind of what allows their tag team kind of to work because they were in the ring in a WrestleMania match, right? Like they did work a lot of people in there. They worked against the former world champion and Finn Balor, a future champion at that time, and Damian Priest.
yeah.
They seen a lot of what Grayson Waller was capable of doing in his NXT run.
Yeah, not to mention, I mean, look at how many times he's already wrestled Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Both of them, actually.
Yep.
Not to mention, even though it really wasn't a match, the Grayson Waller effect got some heavy promotion for the Elimination Chamber in Perth earlier this year too. So,
Yes, it should. He's an Australian himself.
yeah.
He was one of the locals.
It was also that they were doing the segment with Seth and Cody. So,
And we all know Grayson Waller can talk the talk.
oh yeah.
Pretty amazing to see somebody like just Cody Rhodes, who gets to have Mr. Robertson as his referee, as world champion, just like his father did. Now you have to think this is either the We might have one more commercial before it's all done.
I think so. Or either that or this is the last one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty certain we're going to see the Bloodline in some capacity here, but man, I'd be shocked if we don't see something with Austin and Grayson, even if it's something a little bit more, even if it's not like a snap by Austin Theory, but even if it's a major play of an angle, like something of importance, right?
What if it's like Waller accidentally hits Theory while Theory's standing on the apron? Theory takes exception and just simply walks off.
I'd be more inclined to think it's Theory hits Austin Theory, or Theory gets hit by Grayson, which causes the finish.
Mm-hmm. That's starting to become a Kevin Owens thing now. The Prime Bottle gets knocked down in every Kevin Owens match now.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about Kevin Owens being the guy in this? Because, like, to me, I think it's definitely the safe thing. I think I don't know if you needed to make a big return tonight.
I
wouldn't classify Kevin Owens as a big return, but it's one that makes sense.
No, because Kevin Owens he only missed last week, so I'm actually fine with it because let's face it, Kevin Owens is somebody else who wants to get some revenge on the Bloodline, and it wouldn't surprise me if we get Tama and Tonga taking on Randy and KO at SummerSlam.
Yeah, and just to clarify from Solo saying anybody who takes a spot is disrespecting the tribal chief. Well, Kevin Owens has been disrespecting the tribal chief, regardless of who it is, for years now.
Yep. Yes, we've got the Bulkster coming in saying, "Hey guys, I hope you're having a great night. We hope you're having a great night too, Bulkster. Glad to see you here."
How's it going? Just enjoying the beginning of my last weekend before I'm gone for a few weeks.
Speaking of people who have been gone for a few weeks, I believe OMD comes back next week.
Nah, that's why I'm going on vacation. 1 week of him, I'm going to have to go.
He's in the States right now. tearing shit up at a festival. So if you guys hear something about a festival being destroyed, look towards OMD.
He's harmless. He's a Leafs fan. He'll basically do nothing for the first bit. And then take an early exit because he's used to it. Now, I wouldn't hate. I'm getting really good at this.
Here's the interesting thing. There's still 7 minutes left.
Mm-hmm. And we got company. And we don't see Jacob Fatu.
I was just going to say, where's Jacob?
They got to change that render of Solo and his Titantron.
Yeah, they do. To be fair, should they not have like an updated Bloodlines Titantron for them? Instead of them all coming out to Solo's theme?
I mean, everybody kind of came out to Romans.
True.
Oh, and there he is.
Yep. I can definitely see how everybody says that Jacob Fatu is a star in the making because of the fact that he's been basically untouchable since his return. Bulkster and talking about KO possibly being the mystery partner. Bulk thought it would have been great if it was Joe Hendry. No, but we know Hendry's in Montreal for anniversary or Slammiversary tomorrow.
Tonga Loa's eye is not doing too well.
I was going to say that's 2 weeks in a row that Cody's been taken down by the bloodline.
After watching his partner get destroyed by Jacob Fatu.
I've been trying to figure out how we bring Roman back into the fold. So what if it's Cody that brings Roman back?
Well, I think we might see the original bloodline. Because does it not surprise you that Jey Uso doesn't currently have anything going into SummerSlam?
Yeah, he's got nothing. He's not even booked to be on the show, right? As far as we know.
And then we have two people that haven't been on the screen for a while.
This is true. And as soon as I said that, I realized we've got this Jay and Dom thing that's started on Monday as well.
Yeah, but that's just a 1 week thing. It could be.
Yeah, it could be
really,
just a one-off feud kind of deal.
Honestly, they had one thing. They had a match. Jay won. So, really.
Jay then showed up in the locker room and expressed interest in Rhea Ripley as well.
Yeah, that was before the match, though. That's what caused the match.
True.
So, to me, it's squashed within the week.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to see short-term things on Raw just to keep Jay occupied, but I think we're going to see something of intrigue by the first weekend or the first Saturday of August.
Yeah. But yeah, overall, Parrish, what did you think of this episode of SmackDown?
I think it's a good SmackDown to lead us into. Honestly, like next week is the last or the second last SmackDown before SummerSlam. So this is a good lead up to. This is very much now a solidified Solo as that challenger for Cody Rhodes. Now they're making you wonder who really is going to be that person to help Cody. Does Cody even walk out of Cleveland still with that championship? There is a lot of questions that you have to seriously consider now based on what Solo and Tama Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu have been doing. On top of that, we are seeing developments on the women's tag titles now. We know that it's probably going to be Bianca and Jay going up against Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. And then now we have a confirmed U.S. title match for SummerSlam.
Yeah. So a lot of things being set in stone as far as the road to SummerSlam on the SmackDown side goes now. And it's fine. It's good to see that we've got a clear path for where we're going right now.
Yeah, and we have something developing around Bayley and her championship, and then we have a gauntlet match to determine number one contenders for DIY's tag championship. So, all in all, everything has a story around it.
That's the beauty of the WWE these days, is everything has got some kind of a story with it, and I love it. But on that note, Parrish, what do you say we give out them old socials there?
I'm not giving nothing to nobody, but what I am going to let people know is I have socials. Scroll around the bottom there. And if you want to check them out, that's on you. I'm not going to force you to do anything. Not like I'm going to force you to like, follow, subscribe to all that. I'm going to allow that to be your decision. But if you want to also check out that Facebook, that Twitch, that YouTube, make sure you're checking out Chris Parrish podcast this Sunday at 12:15 p.m. Eastern Time, where I say who I will be interviewing on the August 4th edition of the Chris Parrish podcast, because starting next Friday, the next two Chris Parrish podcasts will be recorded interviews, as we have Sal Askrat on the July 26th. Or 27th or 8th, I think. My math ain't mathing. But this Sunday will be the last live Chris Parrish podcast for a few weeks. I will be back on August 11th.
All right. And you guys can look for me at youtube.com at CBRS Entertainment, twitch.tv /CBRS_entertainment. Threads.net at cbestfilms83, Facebook.com chris.best83, TikTok.com cbrs.entertainment. And yeah, if you want to find out more about those shows that we have here, I'm going to flash up that commercial one more time before we call it a night. And on that note, guys, just want to say thank you all for tuning in and have yourself a wonderful night. That's Chris Parrish. My name is Chris Best. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. Fading away, you look so great when you gotta shine. One more part of you is gone now, as you keep smiling at the crowd. Pressure is your best enemy, spotlights show what they wanna see. Sometimes it feels like you're under attack, you just can't break free. I'll be there when you're down, when you're losing your ground, till the afterglow, the afterglow. I'll be there when you fall, when you're losing it all. It all sounded like a dream. Remember how you kept on laughing, now you're trapped in your own skin.